Welcome to Gold Award training. We're so excited that you want to learn more about the Gold Award and how you can help your community. This training should take about an hour. Feel free to pause and come back to it. Let's get started. This is our plan for this training. We will start by covering the basics of the Gold Award and its requirements. Then we'll go through the 7 steps you'll take on your way to earning your Gold Award, from investigating issues in your community to sharing your story. We'll go over a few examples and finish with some review questions. First of all, what even is the Gold Award? Let's look at some frequently asked questions. The Gold Award is the highest award in Girl Scouting earned by seniors and ambassadors. It's a project where girls work together with the community to address a problem they've observed with a sustainable and measurable solution with a global or national link. Who can earn a Gold Award? Registered Girl Scout seniors and ambassadors who completed a Silver Award and one journey, or 2 senior or ambassador level journeys without a Silver Award, can work on their Gold Award. Can I work on a Gold Award with my friends? Only one Girl Scout leads each project, but your friends can definitely be on your team. Can my parents help? Sure. Your project will need some adult help at some point, like a trip to the store. Your team will also need a project advisor who's not your parent or your troop leader. Just remember that Take Action projects and journeys and highest awards are girl-led, so you're the boss. How many hours will I need to put in? Each Girl Scout working on a Gold Award should put in at least 80 hours. Up to half of those 80 hours can be spent planning, no more than 20 hours of planning before your project proposal is approved, and no more than 20 hours after it has been approved. Many Gold Award projects take a lot more than those minimum 80 hours. How long does it take? Usually a Gold Award project takes anywhere from 6 months to 2 years or longer. Girl Scouts have until September 30th after their 12th grade year to complete their Gold Award projects. What are the requirements for a Gold Award project? Gold Award projects research and address a root cause of an issue to provide a sustainable and measurable solution with a national or global link and are led by Girl Scouts. So why should you go for gold? You can practice team building, project planning, time management, and other important professional skills. You can build your network and lead them in your project, and they'll be there to support you for years to come. You can become eligible for scholarships at many colleges and universities, plus Girl Scouts USA awards a $5,000 scholarship in each council each year. You can impress college admission officers and future employers. If you choose to join the military, you can join at a higher rank and pay rate once you have a Gold Award, and you'll be recognized by your community, elected officials, and more. These are the steps on the way to a Gold Award. We're going to go through them all quickly, then go into what each step looks like. In order to start, you'll need to be a registered senior or ambassador, complete either 2 senior or ambassador level journeys or 1 senior or ambassador level journey and a Silver Award, and completed this Gold Award training. The first step in your project is to choose what issue you'll focus on. Then you investigate your issue and identify a root cause. Next, you'll build your team of people who can help you along the way, including an expert in the field of your project who will be a project advisor. Step 4 is to flesh out your project goals and make a plan to meet them, making sure your project idea meets the requirements for a Gold Award. You'll present your plan in a project proposal to be approved by the Gold Award Committee, and then you'll be assigned a committee liaison to help you the rest of the way. Step 6 is to put your plan into action and do the project you've planned. Step 7 is to spread the word about your project, why it's important, and how others can continue the work. Then you submit your final report of everything you did for your project. Before we continue with the process of the Gold Award, let's look more at the requirements. For your Gold Award, you'll need to demonstrate leadership by creating your own unique plan, making final decisions, directing others to complete tasks, collaborating with others to benefit from their expertise, and motivate your team throughout. That means your Gold Award should be your baby, not working towards an established cause or working off of someone else's request. Gold Award projects address a root cause of an issue and create sustainable solutions. They are guided by measurable goals and have a national or global link. Let's look more into how to meet those requirements. Gold Award projects are take action projects, not community service. You can see on screen the differences. So community service is done for the community. It is a short-term effort that addresses an immediate need. It can look like volunteering on a team that's working on an existing effort or working to a goal that's set by others. Whereas a Take Action project is done with the community. A Take Action project is a longer-term project with a sustainable and ongoing influence. It addresses an issue's root cause. It can involve assembling and leading your own team of volunteers on your own unique initiative and setting the goals and leading the team to achieve them. For example, a community service project would be to pick up the litter at a park. That's great, but there could be more trash in the park the next day. For a Take Action project, you investigate why there is so much litter in the park in the first place. Are there enough trash cans? Do people know where to find them? Once you find out, your Take Action project might be to build trash cans for the park, which creates a long-term solution. Now, both community service and Take Action projects are helpful and worth doing. The Gold Award is a huge deal, which is why we hold Gold Award projects to a higher standard and ask you to meet that Take Action project level. Here's another example. Let's say the issue you see in your community is that the food bank isn't able to help everyone who needs it. A community service project to help would be to hold an event to collect food items and deliver them to the food bank. Donating food would be a wonderful help that day, but it doesn't address why the food bank keeps not having enough food. To find out how to help with that, you'll need to talk to people at the food bank and find out what they need. That's what working with the community looks like. There are two parts of this example on the purple side that I want to point out because they're great ways to tell if your project idea is actually a community service project. First, it's a single collection event, one and done. That makes a great but short-term impact. Second, it's about donating items to a group that is already asking for those items to be donated, which is a great example of what doing something for the community looks like. On the other hand, the Take Action project is to talk to the food pantry and find out that some people have trouble getting to the food bank because they live too far away. So we've identified the root cause that the food assistance is hard to access geographically. Then you lead a team of your own volunteers to create a network of community fridges and little free pantries, and then create a system for businesses and the food bank to work together to maintain them. This project works with the food bank in the community to find the root cause of the problem, then spearheads their own movement to address that root cause in a way that will be sustained after they finish their project. We'll look at identifying root causes more closely a little later. Gold awards are also sustainable, which here means that they'll have long-lasting effects that continue after your project is over. There are three main ways you can make your project sustainable. You can create a permanent solution that can be used after the project is complete, like making or building something either physically or digitally, with a plan for it to be maintained and to keep people using it. You could educate and inspire others in the community or within Girl Scouts to be a part of the change, like by holding workshops or asking people to sign a pledge, and creating resources for others to continue the movement. Lastly, you could advocate to change a rule, regulation, or law and encourage others to join. Even if you aren't able to successfully change or create a rule or law during your project, your research and advocacy will have put lasting change in motion. Making a goal measurable is always a good idea. For your Gold Award, we're going to ask you to track your project success with some kind of measurement, like people served, people you got involved, comparing data before and after your project, using surveys, or other ways. However you choose to measure the success of your project, it will involve a number. Your project will also need a national or global link. That doesn't mean your project has to serve the whole country or world. It means that you should draw on existing movements to inform your project and find a way for your project idea to translate to a similar issue in other communities around the country or world. Those are the requirements for a Gold Award project. Now let's get back to the steps on your way to earning one. Throughout this training, you'll hear me mention the GoGold platform a lot. That's because the GoGold platform guides you through the steps towards earning your gold. It has brainstorming, researching, and planning tools. It's where you will fill out and submit your project proposal and final report. The URL for GoGold is at the top of the slide. You can also just give it a Google. Now this portal is for Gold Award candidates. That means only the Girl Scouts and not their parents or troop leaders will be on GoGold. You will also need to use your own email address, not an adult's. So if you don't have one yet through school, you will need an email account to go for gold. Once you make an account, you can reset your password at any time. Next, the platform will ask you to fill out forms about yourself with information like your name, address, graduation date, troop leader's contact information, and your prerequisites. After these forms, you'll see a registration complete page that will guide you towards the first step in the project. That first step is to identify an issue to work on. This step is optional on the GoGold platform, but it's very helpful. Each one of these questions comes with lots of potential answers, and you can go through clicking the ones that speak to you. Afterwards, the GoGold platform will show you a list of topics you might be interested in based on your answers. Of course, you can always use the same process as the Bronze and Silver Award, where you observe your community, looking for issues to address. But I'll bet most, if not all, of the Senior and Ambassador Girl Scouts watching this training already have a few topics they're really passionate about. And the tricky part will be narrowing it down, not finding a theme. And this is a great exercise for that. Once you've identified your issue, the next step is to investigate it. GoGold has really cool tools to help you research your issue. Remember, you can and should spend 20 hours researching your issue and making a plan before your project proposal is approved. Then up to another 20 hours researching and planning after your project proposal is approved. Take the time at this step to find out everything you can about your issue and make a solid plan to address it. There are prompts to guide your research and help build your community contacts, and the platform helps you organize what you find out. I think the coolest tool on GoGold is the mind mapping function for finding root causes to your issue. For example, let's say our issue is in the circle, too many cats in the animal shelter. First, think of as many reasons as you can why that might be. Maybe lots of people are losing their pets, or not enough cats are spayed or neutered, or people aren't adopting pets. Now that we have identified some causes, let's see what causes those causes, and then do it again. When you trace back to a root cause, you'll likely run into some causes that you can't help with. On this mind map, there's not a lot you could do to solve cat allergies. Another example would be having winter weather on a mind map looking at traffic accidents. Keep going deeper into the issue until you found a root cause that you can address. On the top, you can see that we figured out that a big reason that pets are getting lost and ending up in the shelter is because there isn't easy access to microchip scanners. A project to address that might be to build public 24-hour microchip scanners and create a system to help citizens find lost pets' owners. Or if you work backwards from people not adopting pets, maybe you could pass a law in your town requiring that apartment buildings have a certain amount of pet-friendly units. If you're working on not enough cats being spayed and neutered, maybe you could lobby vets in your town to donate a certain amount of spaying and neutering surgeries to the animal shelter each year. Or you could start an awareness campaign about the importance of spaying and neutering pets. This mind mapping tool is a handy way to see all of the potential places your project could go. Now that you have a pretty good idea of what your project will look like, it's time to build out your team. First, let's look at team members. The GoGold platform will ask you to list the name and organization of everyone on your team and how they will help. To really demonstrate leadership in your project, you will have lots of people helping you out. I can tell you that it is a red flag on project proposals when team members are the girl's parent or troop leader and no one else. Think about who might help you with any physical tasks. Who might have insight on a certain part of your project? Remember that many hands makes light work. At this stage in your project, you'll also be finding a project advisor. A project advisor is an expert in the field of your project, and they should not be your parent or troop leader. Your committee liaison comes a little bit later, after your project proposal is approved. So while your project advisor can help you with the field or the issue-specific parts of your project because they are an expert in that field, your committee liaison can help make sure you're all set on the Gold Award process side. So let's go back to the cats in the shelter. If you were going for the microchip reader project, then your project advisor would be someone with previous experience in the topic, like a vet or someone at the animal shelter, maybe an expert in microchip readers. Your team members could be your family members who'll give you rides throughout the project, an aunt with experience in construction, a family friend who knows how to build websites, the artsy friend you'll ask to make a poster, and probably more. So you need to identify your project advisor. It is probably someone who you will talk to in the research phase and ask them to be part of your Gold Award project. Your committee liaison, on the other hand, is assigned to you after your project proposal is approved. Step 4 is to create your plan. Here's what part of the planning stage looks like on the GoGold platform. It will ask for the issue you plan to address, the root cause you'll work on, and how you'll address it. Note that those are 3 different questions. For the cats example, the issue you identified would be too many cats in the shelter. The root cause you'll be working on is that microchips are hard for the public to check, and you'll be addressing that root cause by creating a public microchip reader. We really want to see that you have identified that root cause and that your project will address that root cause. You'll define your target audience and a global or national link. You'll set your measurable goals, explain how your project will be sustainable, and put in your projected step-by-step plan, showing how you'll reach 80 hours. You'll also list your project expenses and how you plan to meet those costs, and how you'll share your project out. On GoGold, you'll navigate through the tabs until you have a complete picture of your project. I want to make it clear that at this step, you are not actually doing your project, just researching. Only the planning hours of your 80 total hours can be before your project proposal is approved. So if you get really excited and start your project now, you might have to go back and do more work later. All or most of the dates that you plug in when you are making your plan will be in the future. Even though they are in the future, we want to make sure that your plan is all the way filled out. When you have completed your plan, it should look like a to-do list. Every part of your project should be accounted for in the plan that you wrote down. Because remember, the committee has not done the same research on your issue that you have, and we want all the background that you can give us so that we can best understand your project plan. Part of your plan might include buying supplies or other things that cost money. When you make your plan, you'll figure out what the items you'll need will cost or a way to get them for free. There are a few ways to cover any expenses that you might have with your Gold Award project. First is to use troop proceeds from cookie and fall product sales, as long as all troop members are cadets or older and all troop members agree. If you plan on using troop proceeds, you should also plan to regularly update your troop on how your project is going, like how a company reports to shareholders. Item drives are a great way to get the supplies you need for your project. Just remember, Girl Scouts and adult volunteers cannot ask for money or gift cards directly, including on crowdfunding sites like GoFundMe. Girl Scouts are able to do money-earning activities, like hosting a pancake breakfast or selling homemade crafts, as long as you have a money-earning form submitted to Girl Scouts of Alaska. There are also grants that Girl Scouts can apply for to cover their project expenses. Check out our Gold Award page for links to grant opportunities. Remember, if you do take in any money, it needs to be used for your project, and any leftovers stay in the troop account. Try not to collect more money than you need. And remember that Gold Award projects and Bronze and Silver Award projects cannot be fundraisers for other organizations. That would be a community service project. So remember, collecting items or money can only be a piece of your project, not the whole thing. If you do spend any project time on money-earning activities, remember only up to 8 hours count towards your 80-hour total. Let's talk a little bit more about grant funding. Grants are funds awarded to people who will use them in a certain way. And as a high school Girl Scout going for gold, you are eligible to apply for grants and use that money to complete your project. Our Gold Award Candidate Rallyhood has a database of grant opportunities that may apply to your project. If you plan to go for a grant, make sure you include applying for it on your project proposal and wait to apply until after your proposal is approved. You cannot apply for grants without letting Girl Scouts of Alaska know first. Putting your plans to apply for a grant in your project proposal is the easiest way. You should complete all applications with an adult and shouldn't apply for grants of over $1,000. Any extra funds will go into the troop account, and make sure you hold on to your receipts. Before we move on to submitting our project proposals, let's talk about some things to avoid. Here are the parts of a proposal that would be a red flag to Gold Award committee members. We've already mentioned how collecting items or money doesn't meet the criteria for a Take Action project. You'll need to demonstrate leadership rather than join in on or recreate someone else's solution. Your project can absolutely include a tool like a sign, trail, website, video, but that tool alone doesn't meet the requirements for the Gold Award. You'll also need to ensure people use your tool for it to create lasting change. The rest of the red flags on this list are more or less not following the instructions on Go Gold or not fully fulfilling a step. Whether that is little or no research done beyond personal observations, if you don't identify or address a root cause, if your target audience is vague, no listed team members, or the only listed team members are family members and other Girl Scouts. If your project proposal doesn't include information on how you'll use your team, if your project plan doesn't add up to 80 hours, that will discount you right away. We want to see your whole plan. No plan for sustainability, or the only sustainability piece is to make a website or a resource. If goals are not SMART goals, so they're not specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, or timely, so they don't have a deadline. If the proposal is not proofread, so grammar mistakes, inconsistent spellings, lack of capitalization, and if you don't anticipate any expenses, or there are parts of your project that seem incomplete or that you haven't thought through. Taking all the information you just put together and translating it into a proposal is super easy thanks to Go Gold. It fills in all the steps you've already completed. Now all you have to do is put in your council name, We Are Girl Scouts of Alaska, review and refine what you have. You should read your proposal aloud, proofread it, and have your project advisor look over it too. Remember that your proposal is the first time the committee is hearing about your project, so make sure you describe what your project will actually be doing in the proposal. Sometimes it can be hard to tell. Before your proposal gets to the Gold Award Committee, your project advisor and troop leader both need to sign off on it. They will get an email from the Go Gold platform to sign. Make sure they check if they've gotten it when you're at this stage in case it ended up in spam. We may also request that you make some changes or expand your project proposal before meeting with the committee. If you are asked to change your proposal, don't worry. It doesn't mean that you have to start over. It could range from adding more detail to strengthening, fulfilling the requirements. We believe the Gold Award projects are, by definition, extraordinary, and we are here to help you get your project to that standard. If your proposal needs any edits, we will meet with you and go through how to strengthen your project. Once your project is approved by the Gold Award Committee, you'll be assigned your committee liaison and you're ready to get started. The time has finally come to actually do your project. From here, you are following the plan you made, checking in with the committee liaison at least once every 2 weeks, and tracking your work on Go Gold. Each time you do a task, log the date, the hours it took, and a description of the task. It's important that you log your hours either on Go Gold or on paper throughout your project. It is very difficult to recreate after the fact. You'll also put in your estimated expenses, your actual expenses, how you met your project cost, and any income. There is also an experience tab for you to upload photos of the process. It will prompt you to fill out a publicity release form. Please fill that out so we don't have to bug you about it later. Now, usually when you are logging your hours, they will not exactly match your project proposal. That is okay. Plans change. If you find that your plan is changing a lot, work with your Gold Award Committee liaison to make sure that you don't need to make any changes to your project proposal. But changes are absolutely normal and to be expected. That's why we also ask you to log what you actually did as part of your Gold Award. Let's go over what hours count towards your 80 hours. That number is a suggestion, not a requirement, but it's a good estimate of the time it will realistically take to complete a Gold Award caliber project. Many people end up spending way more than 80 hours on their projects. Let's look at how you can spend that time. So at least 10 and up to 20 hours can be spent planning before your project proposal is approved. Those will be the only dates that are in the past in your project plan. And then another 10 to 20 hours of planning and research can happen after your proposal is approved. You can count up to 8 hours that you spend on money earning activities, and that includes applying for grants. And you can count up to 8 hours of preparing your final report and thanking your team. That means that at least 24 hours, probably a lot more, will be spent on implementation, executing your plan, including training volunteers, leading your team, and any time you spend changing your plan. Now that you've completed your Gold Award project, there's one more important step left: to spread the word. To complete your Gold Award, you'll need to share your project out and fill out your final report. The final report form will be full of all the information you put in your project proposal and logged while you are working on your project. It's a good idea to review and proofread all that information in case you want to make any changes or updates. Then the final report will ask you to share if and how you met your goals. Remember, we are looking for a number goal. It will ask how your project showed leadership, addressed a root cause, how it will be sustained, what measurable goals it has, and how it has a national or global link. Your final report will ask how you told others about your project, any obstacles you encountered, and how you overcame them, what you learned about yourself and about your target audience through your project, what was successful, and what you would do differently. It will also give you the chance to upload photos and documents. Don't skip that step. That is where you put the website, the poster, workshop content, any other content that you made during your project to spread the word, and a headshot of you, like a school photo, so that we can brag about you. The GoGold platform guides you through every step in the process, but there are 3 things you need to submit that GoGold doesn't specifically require: a signed release form so that we can use your photos, the pictures themselves from doing your project and how you shared it out, and a nice picture of you. Of course, signing the photo release is not a requirement to earn your Gold Award, but we love to honor our awardees and inspire future Girl Scouts to go for gold as well. When you're finished with your report, proofread it and have your project advisor and your committee liaison review it. The Gold Award final report is a lot like a college application, so take the time to make sure you're presenting your project the best way you can. It's good practice. After your committee liaison and project advisor have reviewed your report and you've made the necessary edits, move on to the Verify step on GoGold, which sends your report to your project advisor, who will verify it, and then it comes to your Girl Scout Council. When your final report is approved, you will get an email from the GoGold platform, and your committee liaison will probably reach out to you as well. You've officially earned your Gold Award. There is one more very important step to celebrate your achievement. Make sure you thank everyone who helped your project and give yourself a pat on the back. This is a huge deal and you've put in a ton of work learning about your issue and helping your community. We also love to share Gold Award projects through press releases, photo ops, profiles, and more. Past Gold Award Girl Scouts have been honored in the State Assembly and had flags flown over the Capitol in their honor. They have received commendations from all kinds of organizations and have been featured in news stories. Girl Scouts of Alaska will also send you a box including certificates and letters of appreciation from Girl Scouts of Alaska, Girl Scouts USA, and your local, state, and nationally elected officials all the way up to the president. The box also contains some congratulatory gifts and your Gold Award pin. Each year, Girl Scouts of Alaska recognizes its highest awardees, and we would love to honor you and put a spotlight on your project. Highest Awards recognition is in spring, and recognition boxes go out in June or July. But if you would like your Gold Award pin early to wear at graduation, reach out to Girl Scouts of Alaska and we can help with that. One last extra step, soon you'll be graduating high school. We mentioned this at the beginning, but a Gold Award is a huge deal on college and job applications. The experience you gain in the Gold Award process will also be really valuable to you moving forward. You will have practiced some serious professional skills. Gold Award Girl Scouts are eligible to apply for the Gold Award Scholarship, which is $5,000 towards education, including trade schools, apprenticeships, textbooks. Go Gold will automatically contact you to apply for a scholarship. Applications will be open roughly mid-March to mid-April. Stay tuned for hard dates each year. To be eligible, you will need to be a high school senior who has earned or will earn your Gold Award by April 1st, or a recent high school graduate who earned the Gold Award in your senior year after March 31st. Each person can only apply once. So if you complete your Gold Award before you're a senior in high school, you'll wait to apply for the scholarship until you're closer to graduation. The scholarship application is 4 500-word essay questions, which evaluate how you met the requirements of a Gold Award. I strongly recommend you apply for this scholarship. We are a small council, and you will likely be part of a very small group being considered and have an excellent chance. There you have it. Those are all the steps to earn your Gold Award. Let's go through an example project from Ashley, who was awarded the Gold Award Scholarship in 2024. Ashley wanted to work on disability and education for her project. When she investigated, she found out that there weren't many resources for blind and visually impaired students. She recruited a project advisor who had worked for the Blind and Visually Impaired Division of the Anchorage School District, and her team members included teachers and the statewide Special Education Services Agency. At first, she wanted to make digital copies of adapted books, but found that was not possible with copyright laws. So she decided to focus on early readers. She did more research and found that students with visual impairments need a way to engage with a story that's usually told as a picture book. She decided to make 25 story boxes, which each had a book and items for kids to touch and experience that related to the story. She funded her project with cookie proceeds and set a goal to reach 75 parents, teachers, and students by the summer of 2024. She submitted her proposal on Go Gold, got approved, and assigned her committee liaison. Ashley actually ended up spending 112 hours on her project, from researching with her team to shopping for materials, making items, filling boxes, testing and delivering them, and preparing her final report. She even presented her project to a national committee that works on accessibility in education. Her story boxes are still available through statewide Special Education Services and the Anchorage School District Library. Ashley asked the librarians to replace any missing items. So the story boxes have been used many times since Ashley completed her project. Like I said, Ashley was awarded our scholarship, and her project is definitely an ambitious Gold Award project. There are a few reasons I wanted to share it with you today. She changed her idea pretty late in the game, and it made her project stronger. When she met obstacles, her team helped her through them. Of course, it's an amazing project. They're all amazing projects. And after it was finished, she was so passionate about it that she wanted to share her story with people who could make real change. Your Gold Award project is an opportunity for you to follow what's most important to you. Don't underestimate yourself. Before we wrap up, let's look at some review questions. Where do I start? With your prerequisites. Either 2 senior ambassador journeys or 1 senior ambassador journey and a silver award. Having completed your Gold Award training, which you almost have, and make an account on Go Gold. Which of these is false about a Gold Award project? It should be a take action project. It should address a root cause of an issue. It should involve working with the community. It must affect people on a national or global level. That last one is false. Your national or global link can be drawing on existing thought about how to address your community issue, or it could be making your solution accessible for people in other communities. But it doesn't necessarily need to affect everyone in the country or the world. Who approves Gold Award projects? The Gold Award Committee. After you submit your project proposal on Go Gold. What is the difference between a project advisor and a committee liaison? So you recruit your project advisor, who is an expert in the field of your project. And then you are assigned your committee liaison, who is an expert in the Girl Scout side of the Gold Award. You get your committee liaison after your project proposal is approved, and you recruit your project advisor before your project proposal is submitted. Neither person can be a parent or troop leader. Can we earn money to put towards our project? Totally. You can earn cookie proceeds that go towards your project. If your whole group agrees, you can raise money specifically for your project through money earning activities, and you can apply for grant funding. Leaders, make sure you're filling out a money earning form with the council if you plan on taking any of these on. Fundraising for another organization, however, is not an acceptable Gold Award project. How do I make my project sustainable? There are three main ways. Create a permanent solution, not just a tool, but a plan for people to keep using the tool. Educate and inspire others, or advocate for changing a rule or law. Can our project focus on helping Girl Scouts? Absolutely. The wider Girl Scout community can be your project's audience. Just make sure you're working with the community to find out who the best focus of your project should be. How do I get my Girl Award pin? Your pin, patch, certificates, gifts, and commendations from elected officials will all be mailed to you the summer after you complete your project. If you are graduating senior and want your pin early to wear at graduation, reach out to council. So now what? Like we mentioned, get started on those prerequisites. After this training, you'll receive a link to join our Gold Award candidate online community on Rallyhood, where you can ask any questions and access helpful resources. Parents and leaders, we also have a general Gold Award rally we would love you to join. If you have any lingering questions after this training, please post on one of the Gold Award Rallyhood pages or reach out to program@girlscoutsalaska.org. There you have it. I hope you're feeling ready and excited to work on your Gold Award. I'm so excited to hear about how you're helping your communities. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or are looking for any guidance along the way. We also have office hours every month. Maybe I'll see you there, either to answer quick questions or help workshop project ideas. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this training. Good luck.